Hello everyone, welcome to my channel. I hope everyone is having a wonderful day. Before starting the video, please go ahead and hit the subscribe button and give this video a like up. Watch. Roman Reigns consoles OG Bloodline member after he suffers an injury at WWE Survivor Series, WarGames. Roman Reigns led the OG Bloodline to victory at WWE Survivor Series, WarGames. However, the win did not come without a sacrifice, as Jimmy Uso was reported to have suffered an injury during the match. Unaired footage has revealed how the OTC seemingly reacted to the setback as he was seen consoling Big Jim on their way to the back. The two iterations of the Bloodline met in a 5v5 match at WWE's recently concluded Premium Live event. While Solo Sikoa's faction was joined by Bronson Reed, CM Punk was the fifth member of Reigns' team. After an evenly contested match, the OG Bloodline picked up the win, with each member of the babyface team getting their hands on Sikoa. However, the match took its toll on both teams as it was revealed shortly after the event that Jimmy Uso hurt his toe, while Bronson Reed suffered an ankle injury during the match. Previously unseen footage has shown Roman Reigns consoling Big Jim when the former tag team champion was struggling to walk on his own after winning the match. Fans have been salivating at the thoughts of a match between Roman Reigns and The Rock ever since the former proclaimed himself as the head of the table. However, the match could not take place at WrestleMania 40 as WWE had to pivot due to fan pressure. Reigns believes that fans could also push for the match between him and his cousin. That goes back to, there is a lot of meat on the bone. If Dwayne can't come in and boom, this is how it is. That's when you know you're cooking up with good ingredients. That's why he is tied in the way he is and part of the board. We're at an unprecedented time right now. Business is great, and we want to continue to push things up. If that's what the people want, and the people's champ is down, I'm sure we can make something happen, said Roman Reigns. It has been speculated that The Rock is the mastermind behind Solo Sikoa's coup of the Bloodline. The final boss is likely to return to WWE on Raw's debut on Netflix, where we could get further development of the storyline. The WWE Universe was treated to another unforgettable chapter in the saga of the Bloodline at Survivor Series, WarGames. Roman Reigns, the tribal chief, once again showcased his unparalleled dominance. But the night took an unexpected and emotional turn when an original member of the Bloodline suffered a devastating injury during the match. What unfolded after the match was a rare moment of vulnerability from Reigns, a man known for his stoic leadership. As cameras rolled backstage, the WWE Universe witnessed the tribal chief consoling his injured family member in a heartfelt moment that added a deeply personal layer to the ongoing Bloodline story. The WarGames match, a grueling and chaotic spectacle, brought together the Bloodline and an alliance of rebellious superstars who sought to dethrone the faction that had ruled WWE for over 3 years. Inside the double steel cage, bodies collided, rivalries reignited, and alliances were tested in a brutal contest that epitomized the essence of Survivor Series. From the opening bell, the crowd in Chicago's Allstate Arena was electric. Roman Reigns, flanked by Solo Sikoa, Jimmy Uso, and the returning Jey Uso, entered the arena with their signature swagger. The anticipation was palpable as the opposing team, led by Seth Rollins and Cody Rhodes, waited to challenge the Bloodline's supremacy. But as the match reached its climax, disaster struck. Jimmy Uso, one of the most tenured members of the Bloodline, suffered a severe injury during a high-risk move off the cage. In a moment of unparalleled bravery, Jimmy attempted a splash onto Cody Rhodes, who was laid out on a table. The maneuver went awry, and Jimmy landed awkwardly, immediately clutching his knee in agony. As medics rushed into the cage, the action temporarily halted. The intensity of the moment was heightened by the crowd's collective gasp as they realized the severity of Jimmy's injury. Even as the medics attended to him, Jimmy refused to be taken out of the match, yelling at the officials to let him continue. The rest of the Bloodline rallied around their fallen comrade, with Reigns barking orders to keep the match going. Solo Sikoa and Jey Uso fought valiantly to protect their injured brother, while Reigns kept a watchful eye on both the match and Jimmy's condition. Despite the setback, the Bloodline managed to eke out a victory, solidifying their status as WWE's most dominant faction. The post-match celebration was subdued. The usual swagger and bravado of the Bloodline were replaced with concern as Jimmy was helped backstage. Roman Reigns, who is often portrayed as a ruthless and calculating leader, displayed a side of himself that fans rarely get to see. Backstage footage, later released on WWE's social media channels, showed Reigns consoling Jimmy in a quiet corner of the locker room. Sitting beside his cousin, Reigns placed a hand on Jimmy's shoulder, speaking to him in hushed tones. Though the audio was not fully audible, snippets of their conversation revealed Reigns offering words of encouragement and assurance. "You're a warrior," Reigns was heard saying. "This doesn't change anything. You're still Bloodline. You're still my family." The moment was a stark contrast to the tribal chief's usual persona. Known for his icy demeanor and no-nonsense leadership style, Reigns showed a level of vulnerability and compassion that resonated deeply with fans. Jimmy Uso's injury couldn't have come at a more pivotal time for the Bloodline. As one of the original members of the faction, Jimmy has been instrumental in its rise to dominance. Alongside his brother G, he helped establish the Usos as one of the greatest tag teams in WWE history, earning multiple championships and accolades. Within the Bloodline, Jimmy has often played the role of the peacemaker, mediating conflicts between Reigns and G during their tumultuous periods. His loyalty to the family and his willingness to put his body on the line for their cause have endeared him to fans and solidified his place in WWE history. An injury to someone of Jimmy's stature isn't just a physical setback. It's a blow to the very foundation of the Bloodline. The footage of Reigns consoling Jimmy sparked an outpouring of support from fans across social media. Many praised the tribal chief for showing a softer side and for prioritizing his family's well-being over the faction's storyline. One fan tweeted, "Seeing Roman Reigns console Jimmy Uso was such a powerful moment. This is why the Bloodline story is the best in WWE. It's more than wrestling. It's family." Another wrote, "Jimmy getting injured at WarGames is heartbreaking, but seeing Roman step up as a true leader backstage shows the depth of their bond." Respect. The moment also reignited discussions about the Bloodline's legacy and how the faction has redefined storytelling in WWE. With Jimmy potentially sidelined for an extended period, questions arise about how the Bloodline will adapt. Will G Uso step into a larger role to compensate for his brother's absence? Will Solo Sikoa, the group's enforcer, take on more responsibilities within the faction? And how will Reigns navigate these challenges while maintaining his iron grip on the WWE? The potential ripple effects of Jimmy's injury could lead to new dynamics within the Bloodline. For a faction that thrives on family loyalty and unity, the absence of a key member like Jimmy could test their cohesion and resilience. The backstage moment between Reigns and Jimmy underscored the human element that has made the Bloodline story so compelling. While Roman Reigns is undoubtedly one of the most dominant champions in WWE history, his greatest strength lies in his ability to lead and inspire those around him. Whether berating his cousins in the ring to bring out their best or comforting them in times of need, Reigns embodies the complexities of a leader who is both feared and revered. His ability to balance these dual roles has elevated the Bloodline story to unparalleled heights. The events of Survivor Series, WarGames were a stark reminder of the physical and emotional toll of professional wrestling. Jimmy Uso's injury was a heartbreaking moment, but it also provided an opportunity for the Bloodline to showcase their resilience and unity. Roman Reigns' heartfelt gesture backstage not only strengthened his bond with Jimmy, but also reaffirmed his role as the tribal chief, a leader who, despite his ruthlessness, deeply cares for his family. As the Bloodline moves forward, their story will continue to evolve, shaped by the trials and tribulations they face together. For fans, moments like these are what make WWE so much more than just sports entertainment. It's about the stories, the emotions, and the connections that transcend the ring. Jimmy's road to recovery may be long, but with the unwavering support of his family and the WWE Universe, he's sure to come back stronger. And when he does, the Bloodline will be waiting, ready to welcome their brother back with open arms.